Hello, 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 beautiful people. We are here in 2025. We are here together. So I am thrilled to be back with you in this year of 2025 for Career Gems for the Journey Live with me, Leah C. Murphy. And I have been having so many revelations and exciting, just new inspirational thoughts tied to what we're going to do here at Career Gems for the Journey for 2025 and beyond that I am just feeling thrilled to be able to be a vehicle, to be able to be a vessel, to be able to be here with you for the work that we're going to do. And I was thinking about using that kind of language about being a vehicle or being a vessel. And that comes from an old tradition of Black Christian Baptist church vernacular. The way that they would describe it today is I am excited to be the plug. I'm excited to be at the intersection of where we are today and where we will be later on this year and beyond in our lives and careers, that I am just on tiptoes of expectancy. So I'm not going to go too fast. You guys know that's my authentic truth. Sometimes once I start getting into the content, I just forget all of my housekeeping rules. I'm not going to do that today. So first, welcome to everyone who is joining me live on LinkedIn as well as on YouTube. And I'm not going to be before you long because I know that some of us are still digging out of our winter break, our holiday, our Christmas celebration, vacation time, whatever it was that you were doing with that time. And we're digging out of that. So I don't want to hold you up from getting to a place where you feel like, all right, I have things back under control. So I know lots of us are still digging out from that. So I'm going to make this short. But if you're joining me live, please do drop your city in the comments. If you drop your city in the comments, I'll know exactly who's joining me and where you're joining me from. And that helps me understand the vibes and the experiences, the potential for what we're going to be able to do together today. So drop your city in the chat. Would love to hear from you. So that's first. Second, the newsletter, the Gems for the Journey newsletter, is still available for you to sign up. And I'm telling you, you absolutely want to sign up for the Gems for the Journey newsletter because there are so many things that are happening in our newsletter community. It's getting the information first because they have signed up, they are plugged in, they are highly engaged, they are doing the things. And in order to continue to create value and amazing experiences in that community, we keep putting them on to all of the new hotness, book recommendations, career advice, community building, all kinds of things are happening there. Head over to gemsforthejourney.org and join our newsletter community. It costs you absolutely nothing. And take it a step further, it is not spammy at all. We're talking about you get one curated newsletter every month. And that one newsletter is so jam-packed with valuable content and insights related to career, community, and care for exactly those people who have signed up for that newsletter. So I am absolutely thrilled at what it's done. And I'm thrilled to have you join that community also as we are operating that in the background. So those are our first two off the top. This third thing I have to say is welcome 2025. Welcome 2025. Let me tell you that for me, 2024 was a year of growth. It was a year of evolution. It was a year of mindset shifts. But I am here in a place to fully welcome 2025 into my life, into my business, and to welcome you to joining me in what 2025 has to offer, because I believe that there's something amazing for you in 2025 also. And I'm excited to be able to be a vehicle for that amazing energy and for that plug that you may need as you're thinking about what's next for you in career and life. So welcome to 2025. Now, why we are here today. I have something to tell you guys, and I've already introduced to many of you, but I want to make sure that I formally introduce to you the Gems for the Journey Summit. We are talking about what is going to be a phenomenal experience for professional women celebrated during Women's History Month. During Women's History Month on March 15, 2025, we are going to be in Philadelphia at the Community College of Philadelphia for the Gems for the Journey Summit, focused deeply on career, community, and care for women who are in their second act of life. So I want to talk to you guys just a little bit about why the summit was so important to do and why I think that this experience, and I sincerely believe that this experience is going to be one that is for the ages. First, it's because I'm going to start by being honest with you. I didn't even really see myself as someone who would be hosting or facilitating in-person events. I'm going to be honest. I get to do what I absolutely love, one-on-one with the clients that I get to coach. I have such a phenomenal group of individuals who have trusted me in order to serve as their executive coach or in order to provide professional development services to their organization that I was happy to continue to grow in that realm. And then I started doing the work for my clients. I started doing research and started to try to prepare what I now see is a setup of content and information that is going to be so valuable and impactful for a broader community that I was just convinced that more people needed to have the experience. And I didn't want to limit it just to those who were already working with me directly as an executive coach or any of the clients who are receiving professional development services. Then take it a step further. I had gotten some requests. You guys like to DM me and send me messages about things that are going on, different programs or activities that you're participating in, some, insights that you think are dope, stuff you want me to cover on LinkedIn Live or on the podcast. And I love that. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming. The more I started to get some of these messages, I started to hear people saying, I really want to have an in-person engagement experience, that people were craving not only some things that remain virtual, because we're here on LinkedIn Live, we're here on YouTube, and those things will remain virtual, but folks were craving in-person experiences. And specifically, what I started to hear more of is when the in-person experience is curated and focuses on what are my priorities, I would show up and I would bring others with me. So much more of I don't want a cookie cutter where you're talking to somebody else or you're talking above my head, or I don't want to hear from people who don't understand my experience. I want to feel like I am in a room and my needs, my development areas have been prioritized and focused on. And when I heard that, I knew that there was a gap and an opportunity for me to fill, specifically for us at Career Gems for the Journey to show up in a significant way for those individuals who relate to the work that we're doing, and to create an opportunity where more of us could come to a room and come to a place and not only have experts that are going to deliver phenomenal expertise, keynote, panel discussions, you name it, but also to be able to co-create in that space. Because the women who are going to join us, the professional women who are going to join us for the Gems for the Journey Summit, are brilliant in their own right. So I don't expect that the audience will sit and just be spoken to. I imagine that this environment is going to be one where the best and brightest are in the room and they're co-creating, they're sharing, they're collaborating, they're building community with one another. And that's why I know it's going to be simply amazing. So you know that Career Gems for the Journey here, we focus on building, supporting, and really enabling the most capable and talented professional individuals to have a thriving career. In whatever way that they define success, we support them in getting there. But in the summit, we want to focus specifically on those women, professional women in that second act of life. And we talked about the second act of life a little bit before in other lives in 2024. But I want to just remind us, those are women who are at that 35 to 55 range. They have a long career experience. They have the credibility and the education, all of those things. And they are also playing multifaceted roles in their life. They may be partners, they may be caregivers to children or to adult parents. They may be executives in organizations. They may be leading board roles on boards. They may be leading nonprofits, huge work in philanthropy. These are women who are powerhouse decision makers, influential leaders, who are busy. And all of that puts them sometimes at risk of being burnt out because we see them often as the strong, capable individual that doesn't need help, that may not need our support. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. And I want to show up in a significant way for those women who otherwise are showing up for everyone else, and especially in their organizations and career. Because these are the women who are leading your organization. They are taking on the most complex problems. They are living the day to day of your business, of your organization, of your division. And as an employer, oftentimes we applaud them for all the work that they do, but we don't necessarily give them the support that they need to be sustained and to protect them from burnout, to prevent the burnout that we know can often be around the corner when we take on some of these high powered roles. And we also have requirements or needs in our personal and home lives. So those are the women that I want to show up for. Those are the women that the Gems for the Journey Summit was specifically designed for. So I'm looking at my notes over here because we believe that supporting these women will have such a beneficial cascade effect to the communities that they sit in, to the households that they are a part of, and to the companies and organizations that they are leaders in or will be leaders in. So we believe that their organization is going to benefit. The company that they work for will tremendously benefit from them participating in the Gems for the Journey Summit, but we're focused on them so that they can create that cascade benefit to the other areas of their life. So what are we going to do at the summit? We are going to focus on career, which is, my sweet spot, the thing that I talk about the most. We're going to talk about career. We're going to talk about strategies. We're going to talk about the highs and the lows that go along with career. We're going to make sure that we hear from other leaders in the way that their careers have evolved and some of the drawbacks or challenges that they have been able to navigate, identify, and potentially overcome. We're also going to talk about the aspect of community. And in this second act of life, often we need to build community that reflects a little bit different than the community we would have built 20 years ago, right? I like to talk about day one friends. And those are your day one friends. Those are the people who have been with you the longest. They've been around. They've seen you grow. They've seen you evolve. They keep you grounded. They know you in a way that is unique outside of your professional accolades and titles. Those people are people that are absolutely valuable. I love them for you, but they are not necessarily the community that is going to take you into this next phase of life. So I like to talk about being completely in disagreement with Drake. When Drake says no new friends, I could not disagree with him more, because your day two friends, your day two community, that network, those people are the people that you cultivate in your now state, in your adult, very fully formed, very much who you are today. And you seek out your day two friends in order to support you and to bolster you and to challenge you and to sharpen you in what you're pursuing and what your priorities are today, which may be different from what your priorities were for your day one friends. So that aspect of community is what we're going to build. We're going to do all this work in a room, in person. We're going to spend an entire day together. I believe that the networks, the relationships, the laughter, the joy, the intersectionality, all of the things that we will discover from being in the room in person together is going to be phenomenal. It's simply going to be unmatched. So we're going to focus on career, we're going to focus on community, and then we're going to focus on care. Because I personally recognize that in this second act of life, for many professional women, and this is my own experience, care is something that we may not have gotten good at. Care may be something that we need some additional information, resources on, or we have so many things going on that we want all three of these things, career, community, and care, to happen in one place, because we don't want to have to shop around to different locations to find the information that we need. That's why the Gems for the Journey Summit is going to be so dope. It's going to be phenomenal for all the reasons that I already explained, but also that we're hitting the intersection of career, community, and care all in one place, all in one day, concentrated so that the value proposition that you're going to get out of this experience is easily multiplied 3x than if you were to solicit or find other things to be able to solve for one of those three problems for you. So we are going to have OBGYNs that are going to support us. We're going to be listening to everything tied to the things that we may be talking about in our group chats, the things that we're texting one another about, the thing that only our inner circle may have heard of because we're not comfortable or we don't have the language to be able to share it more broadly, or we don't have access to the expertise. So we're going to talk about everything from mammograms all the way through to menopause and everything in between. We're going to talk about women's reproductive health. We are going to cover the most important things that I realize and have had the opportunity and the pleasure to be able to work directly with women who have these needs, professional women who are deserving of this level of attention and of support. So we want to make sure that all of you understand that this is going to be a phenomenal experience. And we are working in the background, and you have seen probably on LinkedIn and on some of the other platforms that we've already started to get our sponsors committed and rolling in to support the summit. And I'm so grateful for our sponsors. You will start to see those drip. I'm going to keep some of them behind closed doors for a little bit, but we already announced that Peacock is our first sponsor who is joining us in building the Gems for the Journey Summit. And we're absolutely thrilled to have Peacock as our first sponsor. We love that they were a leader and stepped out in front to say, we want to be first to sign up because we believe what you're doing is something that is valuable and that is absolutely worthy of our support and our dollars. So absolutely love that. Thank you so much to our sponsor, our first sponsor in Peacock. We're thrilled for that. You guys are also going to start to see our speaker announcements. And when I tell you that my team and I have done so much work to find who we believe are the best, the most qualified individuals who can relate to the population that we're talking to. I can't even dream of the powerhouse team of individuals who are working behind the scenes on this summit, and also those who are going to join us on stage for the summit and provide us with their expertise. It is literally going to blow your mind. I'm telling you, 2025 is going to blow my mind. I already know it's happening. I want you to get on board with the realization that it's absolutely happening. So I've talked to you all about the summit. I've talked to you all about what the experience is going to be. Now I just want to make sure you understand the transformation that I know some of the women who are in the room are going to experience. The transformation of being in a room and being seen and your needs absolutely being centered and met is just bar none. So I'm thrilled for the opportunity to be able to be the plug, to be the vehicle for the Gems for the Journey Summit. And now I want to tell you how you can participate. I've waited. We're almost at the 20-minute mark. I want to tell you how you can participate. If you are an employer, if you are an organization and you want to make sure that your employees have an opportunity to participate in the Gems for the Journey Summit, please reach out to me because we are still accepting sponsorships. And that sponsorship comes with amazing benefits, tremendous access, including access for your employees to join the summit, joining us on the Career Gems for the Journey podcast. There are several things that are fire packed in to our sponsorship packages. That's why Peacock already came on board. You can reach out to us directly at gemsforthejourney.org. You can email me directly at Leah at gemsforthejourney.org. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of the Gems for the Journey Summit, it is going to be absolutely a value to your business, to retaining your talent, to also providing professional development to those who are in those senior level roles, those women who are in those senior level roles in your organization. Tremendous value. I said what I absolutely believe to be true. And if you're an individual and you're like, man, this sounds like something I want to participate in, we want you in the room also. You can join us by buying a ticket at gemsforthejourney.org/events. gemsforthejourney.org/events. You can go and grab your ticket now. The number of tickets is going to be limited, specifically because we are curating an event that we want to make sure feels intimate as well as powerful. So we are limiting the number of tickets that are for sale. You can go and get your tickets now. I cannot say how long the tickets will be available. I believe sincerely that this event is going to sell out. So if you have any desire, or if you're even thinking about participating, go and grab your tickets now. I would hate for you to have listened this far in and then to miss out on the opportunity to join us in person. If you're within a 2-hour driving distance or a 2-hour train distance of Philadelphia, you should absolutely be in the room. If you're in Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Maryland, Washington, D.C., anywhere in Pennsylvania, you should make it a priority to join us at the summit. And then lastly, if you are an ally and you hear what's happening and you're thinking, oh man, I would love to be able to support someone else in attending the summit, send them. You can get a ticket for them, for a young woman in your life who is of importance to you and you want her to experience what is going to happen in the midst of the summit. You can grab her a ticket today. You can grab your wife, your partner, your manager, your peers. You can grab a ticket for anyone that you think would benefit from what we're talking about in the Gems for the Journey Summit. You can get them a ticket. We wanted to remove all barriers to anyone being able to participate, but you have to act now. You have to act fast. We are also offering some scholarship tickets specifically to single mothers. It was absolutely on my heart to make sure that cost was not a barrier for those who wanted to grow and experience the summit. So we have a few select scholarships for single mothers to join us at the Gems for the Journey Summit. And I really feel fortunate that our sponsors have stood up and set us up to be in a position where we can offer some individuals who otherwise would not have been able to participate to be able to join us at the summit. So now here we are at the end of this live, specifically wanting to make sure that you take action today. Your call to action is as follows. Go to gemsforthejourney.org/events and get your ticket to the Gems for the Journey Summit hosted on March 15th, 2025. Get your ticket today. Get your ticket, mark your calendar, make your travel arrangements today to join us at the Gems for the Journey Summit. We are certain it's going to be a phenomenal experience that everyone in the room is going to benefit from. Take action now. And finally, I appreciate you for riding with me this long, and I look forward to all of the engagement, the dialogue, the experience that we are going to have as we roll out the details of the summit and we slow drip all of the things that are coming along with it. I am just exceedingly excited. I am physically incapable of sitting still because I'm so excited for the work. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am also absolutely terrified. And I believe that that excitement and that terror all comes from the same place, but it's a product of doing something that I am so passionate about, that I absolutely believe in, because I believe that it will serve you. And you deserve the very best. You deserve the very best, and we want to bring you the very best. And that's why we are forging forward through the excitement and through the fear, right? We talk about feel the fear and do it anyway. That's what I'm here doing today, operating completely on faith that I know it's going to be an amazing experience for you. You deserve the very best. Head to gemsforthejourney.org/events and grab your ticket to the Gems for the Journey Summit, March 15th in Philadelphia. I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. In the meantime, make your journey work for you.